All right, in this video, we're going to continue factoring. The last video, we factored trinomials where a was equal to 1. Today, we're going to factor trinomials when our a value is greater than 1. We have two separate methods that we can use. One's a California method, and one is a sum and product. And they're very similar in what we have to do for each one of them. So the first one I'm going to do is the California method. And the California method, I use by multiplying 6 times a negative 5. So we multiply our a times c, kind of where the abbreviation came from, c times a. So when I multiply, I get a product of negative 30. Then I look at my middle term, I look at my b value, and I want to know what can I multiply to get a negative 30 that when I add those same two numbers, I get a positive 7. Well, that would be a positive 10 and a negative 3. So I then take these two numbers here, and I'm going to place those in my denominator of a fraction. So I come back and I use this 6x squared. I use my a term, all right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 6x and I'm going to place that over 10. Then I'm going to come back and I'm going to place my 6x over a negative 3. Well, then I'm going to simplify these two. A 2 will go into both of these. So half of 6 is going to give me 3x over 5. So that's simplified. That's reduced. Here, I can reduce this one into 2x over a negative 1. Once I do that, then I simply come back with 3x. This is a positive 5, so I write plus 5. So that's factored. That's one of my factors. My second factor, I come back and I say 2x minus 1, and that is this factored. That's the California method. Let's try the sum and product rule. Like I said, it's very similar. Same thing, I'm going to multiply 6 times negative 5. So my product, again, is negative 30. And since we just did it, we know what factors of 30 can we add and get a positive 7, positive 10, negative 3. So in this method, what we're going to do is we actually split our middle term into 10x minus 3x. That's the same thing as 7x. We haven't done anything special. Then we bring down our last term and we bring down our first term, leaving them both the same. So 6x squared plus 10x. Now I come back in and I put a parentheses around it here. Because this is negative, I'm going to put a plus sign here. And I'm grouping. Okay, so we found the first coefficient and we found the middle coefficient. We split the middle and we have grouped them. The next thing that we have to do is we have to find the GCF 3 times. So I'm going to come back here and I'm going to look at this. What can I take out of both 6 and 10? I can take a 2. And I come back and I find an x and an x squared. The smallest one is x. So what I'm left with, 6x squared divided by 2x gives me 3x plus 10x divided by 2x gives me 5. So far, so good. Come back here and I see what can I take out of both of these. The only thing that I can take out is a negative 1. When I take out the negative, this becomes 3x plus 5. So I did a GCF here, that's 1. I did a GCF here, that's 2. Now my third GCF is to see what both of these have in common. Well, both of them have in common the 3x plus 5. What I have left is 2x minus 1. Now it's factored. That's my third GCF. It doesn't matter to me which one of these two methods you use. I'll try to use a couple different ones when I'm going over my explanations. Right, so here we go again. If we use the California method, we're going to multiply and we get 6 times negative 4 gives us a negative 24. So what two numbers can I multiply together to get a negative 24 that when I add them, I get a positive 5? Well, let me take a minute and let me see if I can pull up something that would help you figure out your sums and your products. If you go to your graphing calculator, which when this comes up, you'll see this is a TI-84 graphing calculator. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to y equals. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to plug in this, my product. And I'm going to say negative 24 under y equals. I'm going to do negative 24 divided by x. I'm going to go back, I'm going to hit second graph, and that pulls up a table. This gives me all of my factors that would give me negative 24. Well, once I know all my factors, I'm looking for two numbers that when I subtract, I get a positive 5. So if I look here, oh, I think I found it, but that would give me a negative 5. So if I go in this direction, positive 8, negative 3 would give me a positive 5. So that just lists your factors for you. So a positive 8 and a negative 3 would give me a sum of a positive 5. All right, so if I come back and I do 6x over 8, and I do negative, excuse me, 6x over negative 3. This I can reduce to 3x over 4. This I can reduce to 2x over negative 1. Now I set it equal to, so 3x plus 4, that's in the denominator. And I have 2x minus 1. So now it's factored. In example 3, this one I'm going to use my sum and product in my groupings and see if you like that one better. Notice I have a little star here. I'm going to look and check and see if I have a GCF for all three of those terms. I do not. So I can go ahead and I can start to factor this now. So my product is 2 times 6, or 12. My sum is a negative 7. So what two numbers can I multiply together to get 12 that when I add those same two numbers, I get a negative 7, negative 3, and negative 4. If we go back to our calculator, we can plug that one back in. And I'm looking for a positive 12. So if I put in 12 divided by x, 12 divided by x, and I go second graph, I can find some factors. Okay, so if I continue, there we go, negative 3 and negative 4. Those would give me a negative 7. So those are my factors. Okay, now the second way that I taught you is to go back and we're going to split the negative 7a into negative 3a minus 4a. Then we bring down the plus 6. We bring down the 2a squared. Okay, now we're going to group. So we're going to group these two together. This is a negative, so I'm going to put a plus sign there, and I'm going to group my last two together. Now remember, we're looking for our GCF, and we have to look for it 3 times. The first time, the only GCF that I see here is an A. I can take out an A, and what I have left is 2A minus 3. In my second one, I can take out a 2, but look, I don't want that one to be negative, so I'm going to take out a negative 2. And what I have left is 2a minus, positive divided by negative is minus 3. So that's my second GCF. Now my last GCF, I'm looking for what they all have in common. Well, 2a minus 3 is a GCF, and what I have left is the a minus 2. So that one's been factored. Let's try another one. If we're looking at this one, let's do 6. Oh, look, I've got a special star here. So I'm looking for this. Always check for GCF. Look, I have a X that I can take out of everything. So the first thing I'm going to do is take out, but I never really want this to be a negative. So I'm going to take out a negative X, and that's going to give me positive 6x squared minus 11x plus 3. Okay, now I'm going to start doing my multiplication. So my product is 6 times 3 is 18. My sum has to equal negative 11. So what can I multiply together to get 18 that when I add, I get a negative 11, a negative 9, and a negative 2. So I come back here, and I have my negative x hanging out. I can't forget that GCF. Then I'm going to put a big bracket here. So I bring down my 6x squared. Now I'm going to separate this into a negative 9x minus 2x, and then I bring down my plus 3. Okay? Then we come back in, and we're going to group them together. So I'm going to have 6x squared minus 9x. This is a negative, so I'm going to put a plus sign there, minus 2x plus 3. And I can't forget my negative x that I took out in the very beginning. Now I've got to find my GCF here. So I bring it down my negative x. What can I take out? Well, I can take out a 3 and an x. What I have left is 2x minus 3. Here, I can take out a negative, because I don't want this to be negative, so I can take out a negative, and that's all I can take out. It's just that negative 1. So that just simply changes the signs of everything here. Now I have my negative x that I always had. 2x minus 3 is a factor, and then 3x minus 1 is the other factor. Last example, always check quickly to make sure that you don't have a GCF that you can take out from the very beginning. Okay, always check first for GCF. I knew I didn't have one in the others, so that's why I didn't say it more specifically, but always go back. Is there a GCF that I can take out of these? Is there a GCF I can take out of these? So always ask yourself, is there a GCF that you can take out? And good luck.